In our business stories, civil servants will not receive early December salaries this year, but they can expect an early January payout instead. This was said by the Minister for Finance, Honorable Nur Reichenberg, during a press briefing in his offices in Mbabane, where he also unveiled updates to the VAT schedule, including newly added and removed products.
Sometimes in the month of December and January, we have paid civil servants early. Unfortunately, this year, with cash flow constraints, we're not able to do that in December. And so in December, civil servants are going to get their normal, the normal payday will apply in December, which means on the 20th of December, the normal civil servant pay run will take place. The normal permanent civil servants will all get their pay on the 20th. Some other payments are always made after that. So on the 23rd, we'll make the payments for temporary people in the government system. We paid on the 23rd, as well as what we call daily pays, also going to be paid on the 23rd. So 20th, civil servants get their salaries, and on the 23rd, temporaries as well as daily pays will get their salaries in December. But at the same time, in January, we will continue to pay civil servants early, because obviously we understand there's school fees and things in January. By then, SARC receipts will have come. There won't be a cash flow constraint in January, and January will still continue to assist civil servants with an early payment in January.
On another note, the Honourable Minister for Finance also announced the updates to the value-added tax schedule.
There is a gazette coming out that is making changes to the VAT-exempt goods in Eswatini, and this will be applicable from the 1st of January 2026. And so the few changes that are being made, first of all, there will be, what we have found was, if the banks in Eswatini are importing gold or silver for people to hold investments with, which means almost as currency, there was VAT being charged at the border. That is wrong. So we've now putting it into, say, if gold or silver, it's got certain refinement requirements. It can't just be raw or something like that. It's refined gold in proper registered bars. If gold or silver is coming in through the banks, it means that there's no VAT being charged on it, meaning that in future, the banks can hold gold or silver in Eswatini. If there are investors wanting to hold that kind of product in their bank, they can then do that as for their clients. Gold or silver that'll be brought in for jewelry making or that kind of thing, VAT will still apply to those. So it's gold or silver for investment purposes at the banks is VAT exempt. We then are removing one product. We're removing condensed milk. We found that condensed milk was on the VAT exempt list. It shouldn't be. The idea is to put things to really help people, help the poor with the VAT exempt goods. Condensed milk is not one of those things, so we're taking condensed milk out of the VAT exempt goods. It's now going to be, VAT will now be charged on it. We found that fresh maize was somehow on the wrong side. Fresh maize for people to consume was being charged VAT. We are now taking it off the VAT list, which means that you'll no longer be charged VAT on raw maize for consumption. We then found that there were quite a few medical products that were still being charged VAT, so removing all of those. I'll just quickly read through them. It's including wadding, absorbent cotton wool, gauze, bandages, surgical gloves, including dressings, adhesive plasters, surgical instruments, similar sterile surgical materials, syringes, sterile tissue, surgical wound closure, and other medical and surgical accessories. These have all now mean that they'll no longer be VAT charged on these goods as they cross the border. Another one is also, we're also making VAT exempt, is reusable nappies and reusable nappy inserts. So people that have reusable nappies, they also won't be paying VAT at the border, which means the cost of these things will reduce in Eswatini. And then we are also adding sanitary pads, sanitary towels, and tampons. And so female sanitary products, we also found that there was VAT being charged on these. We're removing VAT on those, meaning the cost of these will also be reduced with 15% in Eswatini, meaning that people can then hopefully have access to all these goods at much cheaper prices.
The minister also shared that PS Kangeziwe Mabuza has now been moved to the Singepetelo Motor Vehicle Accident Fund.
At the moment, we have been having issues at SMVAF. As one will know, we had resignations from the CEO, we've had resignation from the CFO, we had a resignation from the COO. And so as government, we really sat down to see that we have a real problem at the entity and issues that not only do have problems in a lack of leadership, quite holistically. We also have problems at the fund. The reason why there's a vacancy is because we have problems that need fixing with SMVAF. And so for that reason, government really applied themselves to who do we believe will be the best person to try and solve these problems for us and to try and assist the entity to get back on track and to assist the entity to be for the problems to be solved in the entity. And we've identified the current, she has been the PS of tourism, Mrs. Kangeziwe Mabuza. She'll be there for a 12-month period. The secondment is for 12 months. It's not an acting appointment. It is a substantive appointment. So she is actually appointed to be the CEO there.
The newly appointed Chief Executive Officer said she was not ready to comment on the matter at this time. Reporting, Nelson Dlangamandla, Vuminkosi Nzinisa Mbabane.
In other news, the Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Central Bank